Our conversation continues tonight with a man from Chattanooga who faced charges and punishment for his actions at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021.
We told you yesterday about how Silas Hamilton and 3 other men from our area received pardons from President Trump. Hamilton tells us he does not feel guilty or regret his actions. However, he does say he deserves the punishment he received. He described his actions that day, his trip to Washington, D.C. from Chattanooga, and what turned his attention towards the Capitol.
Hamilton also described the moment the situation around him devolved into chaos. At one point, he says he remembers tear gas landing at his feet.
News Channel 9's Maggie Weaver joins us now to share more of her conversation with Hamilton. Maggie.
Josh, Kim, Silas Hamilton tells me after he heard President Trump speak on January 6th, he was headed back to his car when he heard explosions come from the direction of the Capitol. Now, Hamilton described it as a fork in the road, standing there on Pennsylvania Avenue. He could have headed towards the crowd of screaming people, or he could have gone back to his car.
Do I feel like I did something wrong? Yes. But I feel like I did it for the right reason.
Now, Hamilton told me what that reason was. You can take a minute. That's completely fine. Take a minute. You're good.
I just had a lot of people go to jail. We all lived off food stamps. And they sit in those domes, man, and they make those decisions, and it butchers people like me. And I wanted to change that for my kids. So I made my decision, and I knew I was going to go to jail.
When I asked Silas Hamilton why he drove 9 hours to hear President Trump speak,
I didn't vote for Trump in, what was that, 2020? I didn't vote for him. But I was upset that he didn't kind of call it like it was.
Hamilton was arrested almost 3 years after he entered the Capitol that day. On his way to dropping his children off at school, the FBI called, instructing him to return home.
My wife's telling me they're pointing guns at her like it's just a terrible mess.
From there, Hamilton says he was taken to Gainesville, Florida to be booked and fingerprinted. He was given a court-appointed attorney for his trial.
They know every step that you took, and they can probably pinpoint it. You know what I'm saying? Timestamps, everything. You're on 17 different cameras, your vehicle. You even got a ticket on the way out of D.C. Like, you're not in good shape.
He faced 4 charges.
They dropped 2 of the worst ones, and I was basically getting charged, if I'm not mistaken, with 2 like Class B misdemeanors. Hamilton
says the results of his trial, 30 days of house arrest and 2 years on probation, were worth it to him.
I'd been talking to my kids about, standing up for what you believe in.
Something Hamilton tells me he considers a rare chance of being a part of something that mattered.
I went in the building for 14 minutes. I came out, I went home, and I hid for 3 years. And they arrest me, and they slap me on the wrist, and I get out, and I had to fight. But there's people that have done years and years in prison, and I didn't have to pay that price, right? So, but I also, didn't beat the hell out of police officers with flagpoles and what are those called? Molotovs in my truck and an arsenal and bulletproof vest and all of these things. Like, I personally believe those people were there for the wrong reasons. But I would say 95% of those people were there because they were so tired of being beat down by this agenda.
Now, Hamilton talked to me at length about his arrest, his trial, and how everything affected his family. You can watch that full interview right now on our News Channel 9 YouTube page. Josh.
Maggie, thank you. We have tried to get in contact with the other men pardoned by President Trump, including Jose Padilla. So far, we have not heard back.